Episode 198. Half the workforce will be AI agents.
The primitive forms of artificial intelligence we already have proved very useful.
AI is a golden opportunity.
How do we ensure that this technology is regulated?
The long arc of technological history is now in an extraordinary new phase.
The AI 6 podcast with Joanne Sweeney.
Well, this is quite the prediction. Half the workforce will be AI agents in around 5 years, potentially less. Well, that's according to Manny Medina, CEO of Paid, who discusses the growth of AI agents with Tom Mackenzie on Bloomberg. Hello and welcome back to AI 6, the podcast that helps you embrace AI in just 6 minutes a day. I'm your host, Joanne Sweeney. So let's listen to that clip of Manny Medina speaking to Tom Mackenzie on Bloomberg.
In about 5 years, we expect half the workforce to be agents.
Half the workforce.
Half the workforce
in 5
to be
years.
agents in 5 years. That is $1 trillion market. We're not just replacing work, we're replacing services, we're replacing software. Things are getting bundled in the corpus of an AI agent.
Wow.
So there's a massive demand right now, not only because of efficiency, but because of cost cutting and higher productivity. They don't perform some tasks and wait for humans to help them out. They perform the majority of the tasks.
Now, let's remind ourselves about AI agents. AI agents are autonomous software systems that can perceive, reason, and take action to achieve objectives based on instructions, often using natural language as their interface. So we talk to them. Let's break down the key parts of how they operate. Well, they're autonomous, so they act independently. They plan and they reason. They don't just follow prompts or workflows like we put into ChatGPT. They can interpret broad-based instructions. For example, screen all job applicants for social media risks and develop their own step-by-step plan to accomplish it. Yes, they do their own workflow. Instead of just running code, agents think through the best way to solve a problem before embarking on it. And they use techniques from machine learning and decision theory. Of course, like all great AI agents and assistants, they will learn and adapt the more they are trained and the more they execute. And they're also very adaptable to changing context. For any of you listening to this who's in business or who works in a busy office, busy organization, you'll understand that the context of our daily operational working lives changes every day. No matter how well we plan our days, something interrupts that plan. Maybe it's a crisis, maybe it's just something that has taken more time than we planned, or maybe it's something that we didn't predict would happen. Well, AI agents can manage all of this independently, of course, with the right training. But the more that they fulfill that task, the better they become at understanding context. And they take action on their own. They are proactive, and they interact directly with all of our enterprise systems. So they can look at our CRMs, they can look at our analytics dashboards, they can look at our emails, they can look at our social media management software, they can look and integrate with all platforms, separate systems, separate tools. And they also operate 24/7 with minimal human oversight. They're often used for customer service, HR, operations, and finance tasks. But what about that prediction that AI agents will make up half the world's workforce in a matter of years? Well, you know, businesses that are shrewd and are very conscious of the bottom line, this is very appealing. But with those rewards, of course, come risks. And that's a chapter in my book, AI Playbook, Risk versus Reward when it comes to AI. And the AI workforce vision is not just something that Manny Medina has come up with. Many experts like Bill Gates and Vinod Khosla predict we'll soon work side by side with fleets of specialised agents, and we as humans will be responsible for managing them. So essentially, we're delegating and outsourcing a lot of our work to agents, not AI tools. And that's the difference. So who else is talking about AI agents making up a lot of the future workforce? Well, Bernard Marr has penned a LinkedIn article that I have linked in the blog post associated with this podcast. And he talks about AI agents already handling as much as 70% of customer service tasks in some companies, and that the market for digital labour is entering the multi-trillion realm. Stanford has undertaken some academic research, and they found that 46% of workers showed willingness for agents to automate or augment low-value and repetitive tasks. Nearly 88% of marketers use AI agents daily, and agent-based approaches have become the mainstream standard in late 2025. Now, having agentic AI integrate into your department, your business, your organization really needs a lot of human oversight. And of course, with all AI implementation, it's best to start with a pilot. So I want to know, how excited are you for agentic AI? But are you using it? If you're using it, I want you to come on AI6 and let's have a long listen conversation. If you want to know more about AI and how to practically implement it into your working day, then get a copy of my new book, AI Playbook. If you're in Ireland, go ahead and jump over to aimarketingplaybook.ie, or if you're international, you can find it on Amazon. I'm Joanne Sweeney. This is AI6. I'll talk to you tomorrow.